Oh, hang on. I'm going straight over. Empty. Whoa! That is not a great start. Concentrate on what you're doing. Stop. Hi guys, this is Murphy. Welcome to Euro Truck Simulator Series 1. I'm saying Series 1 because I know this is going to be a long-standing game that I will be playing a lot. I have already put in about 190 odd hours on a previous game on my old system. However, when I needed to upgrade, I lost that one somehow. So we're starting again, and I thought, well, how better way to start it than to correct the mistakes I made in my previous game, and so that I can actually just be more effective moving forward. Now, we're at the Scania dealership in Manchester, and we're going to buy our first truck. So we're going to be buying a Scania. I've done a few jobs for myself already, just to get myself up to about 120,000, because this purchase price on this Scania is 112 on its own. So let's just customize it slightly, because I know that during the actual gameplay I'm going to be wanting to have a bit more visibility on what's going on. So starting with the cab, where I'm happy with that cab. I can't have any other chassis at this moment in time. I'm going to stick with the standard 360 Euro 5 engine. So basically, when I come to upgrade in future, I'll just buy a new truck and leave this for somebody else to drive. I'm going to stick with the standard cruise gearbox, or transmission should I say, because I'm not really au fait on how best to use the retard. As I say, I have already put in a lot of hours playing this, but I haven't worked out the benefit yet of utilising a retard. If you've got any recommendations, please let me know and tell me how I use that to be effective. Standard UK cab. I don't really want to put too much money into the first truck. I'd rather just keep it as simple as possible. Now, when it comes to colour, though, I do like to have it colour coordinated. Now, yes, I'm not to be honest, I see that colour, I think of Eddie Stobart's, and I'm not spending 26 grand on a truck to look like that. I think, do you know what? I'm gonna go for a few. Yeah, I'm going to go for a very simple. I'm going to go for a very simple, cheap paint job. Green is my colour, as you probably already know. Let's see if I can get one to match. No, I can't. I have to go here, don't I, to get a customizable paint job. Quite like that green. It stands out. It's a bit glary, but it's 5 grand. I'm not spending 5 grand at this moment in time. I think I'll have a stock green. Yeah, it'll have to be stock green. I'm not too fussed about bits on the outside apart from lights. I'm sorry, but I do like to have plenty of illumination on my truck. So let's just get that in. I'll have a customized Murphy apply, and we'll go with that. And then on the inside, no, on the inside, you idiot, I'm going to have a little sat nav, because yes, I think that's what I need. Yeah, I can't really change those. Not really fussed about putting anything else in. In the past, I have totally customized these cabs, and quite frankly, I don't drive the truck long enough then to warrant a lot of the cost involved. So I've got 123,400, and this truck is going to cost me 121,000. so I'll have just enough for the first repayment on my loan. So let's go with that. Confirm. So there's my truck, and that does look a beaut. Let's purchase that. So there's our new truck in our derelict garage. It's an absolute beaut. Yes. Do you know what? I could just sit and watch these graphics forever. To be honest, I just love the new trucks. So we're back in our truck now. Let's have a look. No, I don't want that one. I just love how this thing just sits on the road when traveling, and when you see them out on the open road, it's just amazing. Right, okay, so that's just enough of looking at that. We need to get to work. Right, just so you know where I'm up to, I'm at the rating of 1.7, and I've allocated my skill points to ADR loads. I quite like getting the ADR fully done to start with and then looking at the others, but I think on this series I'm going to correct the mistakes I made, and that is by allocating my skills to the other areas as well on a more regular basis, because I think that will actually help things out financially in the long term. So let's just go in, and we're going to be looking for price per distance. The best one we're going to have is this chemicals from Rotterdam to London. Now obviously that's a long way to drive just to pick up this job, and it expires in 5 hours, so I wouldn't get there in time. So interestingly, let's have a quick scan to see how much that would be on the open market. Same job, we're looking at 4,000. So the difference we're going to have between doing it ourselves and being hired to do it is approximately 2,000 to 3,000. So I'd rather do things myself. So let's just go. We're in Manchester, so do you know what? Let's just start by looking at what jobs we've got in Manchester and where they're going, and we'll work from that. So Manchester to Rotterdam, that's a nice route. Mainly because there's a lot of it on a ferry, but there is £1,000 charge, so we'll only come off with 7,300-ish, but it's still better. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. 7,300, which will pay for the first day's repayment on the loan. Now I'm actually using keyboard. Let's get rid of that map. I'm not really fussed on that one. I'm using the keyboard to drive. I don't have a steering wheel, and I would love to use a gamepad, but after years of abuse, I don't think my fingers and thumbs will cope with the intense gaming that I've done in the past. They'll come back to haunt me. I want to get over here. Thank you. Oh, hang on, I'm going straight over. Numpty. Whoa! That is not a great start. Concentrate on what you're doing. Stop. Right. Where are you going? Start again. This is where I'm going, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. There's our first job. Let's take that one. And we will go and collect our trailer. Now, realise what is wrong. My seating position's not very good. So let's just get this connected and hooked up. Okay. So we're a couple. Let's just just do this. Okay, so we've adjusted our seating position, so our standard position will allow us to see both mirrors without having to turn my head, as it will be very difficult on, well, it is very difficult on keys to actually keep flicking over to different views. So let's have a look at our trailer. So we've got a bunch of chemicals that we're going to be taking to Rotterdam, and that is extremely poor reversing onto that tanker barrel, but we're there. It's the first time. So it's a nice little drive to Rotterdam. Very simple route. We're going to be heading, I think, onto the M62 and then over to Hull, I think it is. I'm not very good at my geography, so let's just navigate out of here. Got going on, nothing there. Just indicates. Yes, we're fine. Let's make our move. Okay, so, and I think, yep, I'm already going the wrong way. Let's do a U-turn. Oh, actually, no, he's giving me another route. Let's go with that. Right, my aim on this series is not to get fined or have a lot of damage on my trucks. I have actually written a few trucks off on my previous saves, purely from not paying attention, and that's kind of not what I want to do in this one, because I was repairing the trucks more than I was actually, as in that was taking about 30% of my earnings, so it really affected how quickly I was able to progress. So I want to try and actually, do you know what, I don't like this view. Let me just right, okay, start again. Now, what was I saying? Normally I play this on a super wide screen, so what playing it on a standard 1920 by 1080, it seems a bit what am I doing, going reverse? Why am I reversing? So it seems a little bit squashed up, so my apologies on having to use that cheap mirror on the side there. So leaving Manchester, I can actually see everything now. I couldn't see the speedo properly, which is never a good thing. Yeah. We're in a 60 at the moment. I'm going to be needing to get over, so let's just see whether, yeah, he's let me out. Perfect. Okay, so we should be heading up to the M62 now. Slow down a bit for this corner. On my other games, or on the other game I was playing, I had like an 800 brake horsepower truck, or it might be 700 and something. Can't remember exactly what it was. So carrying any sort of load, you didn't really feel how heavy it was, because it has so much power. And this thing is really not very good, but it's a great little starting truck. So it's 50 down here, and we are to 27, 8, 9, 50. Okay, so put cruise control on. Now we're cruising at the correct speed and should then be able to concentrate a little bit more. Now I've gone past that turn and I should be in the inside lane. Try not to take out the car, would be useful. Follow the highway code correctly. So we're going to be discovering a lot of the map together. So it's going to be a case of there'll be things that I'll spot on route that I will know about because I've been there before, or there will be new routes altogether for me. I think I hadn't actually explored sufficient number or sufficient percentage of the map previously. It was a case of I bought all the extra DLCs so that I had all the extra maps. Oh, we're coming up to the 60 on the 62 here. If you look over to your left here on the real road, there's actually someone's got a house in the middle that lives in there. It often bewilders me why someone would want to live in between two parts of a motorway, and then there's like a little tunnel that goes underneath it. So that's quite real and quite close to what it's like, although it is a lot longer section of road than this few moments on here. I think we should be coming off at the next turning, I think. And I couldn't tell you what that road is. A bit useless in that sense. But yeah, as I was saying, we're going to be discovering a lot of the map together. I've already achieved quite a few achievements on the Steam, so that won't pop up as we go through it. I've already achieved the national haulier one, which is where you've got a depot in every single town on your home continent, and I've chosen England as my home continent, and I've been able to extend that out to continental Europe. So I was driving around the La Viva France map, buying up every garage I could find and filling it out straight away. So I had to think about 130 trucks on my last save. So this, I know I don't need to indicate, I'm already in the lane. So this is starting again from scratch, which will be interesting. So again, apologies for the jerkiness of the driving. Okay, so we're on the A1. It's all down to using keyboards, yeah, rather than a steering wheel, which I would like to buy. And if you've got any recommendations on what type of system to get, then please leave them in the comments below, and I'll certainly investigate them. So we're probably about 5-10 minutes away from our destination of Hull for the ferry port. Let's have a quick look at what our truck looks like as we are driving. Hopefully I won't crash or hit anything else. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Let's get off that hard shoulder. Okay. Grimsby. Here we come off at Grimsby. That was good timing. Ooh, good job I didn't do that before. The police has just gone past. Slow down. Yeah, we're clear. Mosey on out. One thing I found in when I first started playing this, I couldn't remember what side of the road I was supposed to be on when I'd come back to it after a brief interlude, as it were. So, right. Oh, dear me, yes, cars will overtake me. Oh no. Oh, they backed off. You can really notice how much this is taking to pull this load up the hill. How actually heavy is it? Let me show you. So what we've got, it's a 19 ton. Grief, yeah. No, it is horrendous, this, for pulling. Can't wait to get a bit more powerful engine. But I need money for that, and therefore I just need to drive what I've got. Okay, I tell you, being able to play this again now with the graphics on full, it's so much more beautiful than what I was playing it with. See how smooth it is. It's probably running this at least 60 frames per second. My last computer that I was using was a laptop, and although it had a dedicated 2 gig graphics card in there, it struggled horrendously to actually render this, and I think I was getting at times about 12 frames per second, so you can imagine the jerkiness that would actually have. 1 minute I'll be on one side of the road, next I'll be on the other side, and I didn't see anything change because it just jerked that much. Hey ho. Off those corners. I really want to get a decent steering wheel for this, because if I play it too long, then I do get a bit of cramp in my arms for leaning onto the desk. Did notice that quite a lot when I was playing it previously. Alright, let's slow down a bit. There we go. And going up to the motorway, that's good. So we're only a few moments away now from our destination of the ferry port, or heading over to continental Europe. Let's come in, let's roll in. Oh, come on, what are we doing? Not even 20 mile an hour up that slip road. Now playing this game has actually helped me become a better driver. Sounds stupid in real life, because when I'm normally driving, the wife gets very upset with me for forgetting to use my indicators. So I'm trying to make a purposeful effort of making sure that I use them correctly on here, which then helps me to be a better driver on the main roads anyway. So oh my goodness me, either I'm forgetting exactly how quick these trucks drive, because I've been playing a few other games recently that driving simulators, so I might just be thinking that got a very underperforming wagon here, but where in fact it is probably just me that's being a little too sensitive on the old my expectations. So on cruise control. Tell you what, when I first started playing this, I was hitting every barrier going, and I'd be driving it in the middle of the road just so that I didn't actually hit anything. So I've improved slightly. I still can't reverse park to save my life, as you just saw as I picked up this trailer, and planning to actually make sure I don't use any cheats, in the sense of I'll make sure I park every time. I won't necessarily go for the hardest one, but I will always go for parking it myself, because I've just bought the school, the Scania school, driving school. That's it. my thoughts in line, and I've been going through that, trying to improve my driving in this. So hopefully we will see a vast improvement over the course of this series, and most definitely would be if I were able to get a bit more kit so I can actually improve your viewing of this. So okay, so off to the ferry port. There's a sign there, but I'm going this way. Tell you what, the detail on this map is absolutely brilliant. It's breathtaking. I think the guys at SCS have done an absolute grand job in providing content that is truly detailed, and the textures I'm very impressed with it. Couldn't see it properly before when last time I was playing this because say I couldn't have it in the highest quality. Right, so we're heading over to the Europort, and we're just over to Rotterdam. So let's get our lights on. Yep. No, that. No, what we're doing, side lights. There we go. Don't want the main beam on. Right. Make a start. So I'm on the opposite side of the road now. I'll try not to drive off. Every time I come round, I used to come round this corner, I would fly around it. I'd cut the corner and hope for the best. Whereas I'm trying not to do that now. Trying to be more considerate and more precise. Junction, start slowing. Go both ways. Let's rock and roll. That's the main beam on. There's it. I've got a clock in here. I don't know if there it is around my dash. Couldn't see it. So it's quarter past 11 at the moment at night. I can't remember what day it is. So we should have it delivered by about 12:30, I think it will be. Maybe not actually. I forget how quickly time passes on this. And what am I doing? I need, yeah, change my view. There you go. Thought something was wrong with it. I do like the horns on these trucks, although I do like it to be an air horn rather than the standard horn. Okay. Slow down as we approach Rotterdam. I've been caught too many times on the speeding through here. Now we're turning right, so let's get ourselves over. Oh! Overshot that. what happens when you're not paying attention, Murphy. Okay. So where am I going now on here? I think. I've gone past it. Change the view to the other map. No, what am I doing? Yeah, I've gone past it. Just turn round. Turn round over here. Come on. Apologies for the view. As I said, I am really not this. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm going to lose the trailer in a second. Let's just. Really, I can't afford it. Right. Apologies for that. Little diversion. I should really use the larger map once I get onto the main towns where I'm going to deliver. And then we're going in here. So I'm going to. Okay, that's quite an easy place to park it. Let's go for that then. So. Okay. I'm happy with that. Let's just do a 180 and we'll pull out. Sorry, I always go quiet when I'm concentrating. So there we go. Not perfectly straight, but that's a first job on our own truck complete. No damage. Perfect. So we're level 3 newbie. Still. Oh, we've got another point. So let's go for long distance. There we go. And apply. Perfect. And we've got a couple of messages. Ooh. Perfect. So we've now done a first job and we've now been given more money. So the way I like to look at this is there's 50,000 there for us, and I can go and borrow that and then buy some trucks. So I think, yes, I can. Yeah, okay. So first thing to do is just have a look. What time of day is it? It's early, so what do we need to we need to go and rest somewhere. No, we're okay for rest, so let's just stop here for a moment. See whether there's any jobs here that we can do. Okay, so let's have a look at job market. No, I didn't want that one. I want that one. So we're in Rotterdam, and we've got Rotterdam to London. So I think we'll take that one because that'll take 4.5 hours. So that'll take us into Friday morning, which means the garage will be open, so we can go to the Scania garage and buy some trucks. So let's go and do that then. I think I'm already here. So is this the one? No, I'm not. Okay. So make a. Okay. Make our way over to pick up the chemical. Yeah, let's do that one. Same tanker barrel as before, similar sort of position in the other yard. Let's see if I can actually do a better job of reversing and collecting the trailer. You know what, let's just pull forward. Let's go again. All over the place. Where am I going? Normally I use the... No, that's wrong. Normally I'll use this view to actually line up for a trailer, and I can do that pretty good on there. But I'm trying to do everything in the cab to make it a bit more difficult for me and to be a bit more of a challenge. Here we go. Let's pick up that wagon. Let's turn that off. So we're now heading to London, so we can take that one off and make our way. Let me just have a look at the wagon while we're pulling off. Can't see a great deal actually. I want to see what my headlights look like. Yeah. I thought I installed more on the top of that cab. Okay. So we're going to be turning right out of here. Good job it's still early doors. Let's just slow down a bit here for this turn in. That was close. Anyone can let me out? Yeah, you're stopping for me. Thank you very much. Where are we? We're in Sunderland 30. Round a bit before I get hit ticket. Right, we've gone up to the 50. Good. You know what, I'm still not quite happy with this driving experience, especially at night. That's better, I can actually read it. So now the steering wheel's in the way. That's better. See everything fine. I can actually read my sat nav as well, which I couldn't before. Right, let's slow down a bit because I am speeding. Yep. Oops. Thank you for not letting me out, car. Okay, so we're going to be turning right to exit Rotterdam. Oops, overshot it. More lights down the side of this trailer. Or it could just be the fact that I'm sat in a bright room and I can't see dark things. And right. Or left, should I say. Okay. Last time I came round here I was doing my very darndest not to go up on the curb. And yes, managed it. Perfect. And I still clipped the curb, it was rather frustrating. Sure nothing's coming out of the way. Nope, we're fine. Let's slow down a bit more. And let's go to... Yeah, we're going to London, aren't we? Yeah, so we need to go to Harwick. Okay. So, remember I'm on the other side of the road now. Nothing coming that way. Seems to be all clear there. The Scania. They just do look so much nicer. Hang on, where am I going? Yeah, I'm going the scenic route. I'm going the route I thought I was supposed to go. Wasn't looking at my map. Should still be able to get to it still. Otherwise I'm going to have to do a reverse. Yeah, there we go. Slow down a bit. Speed in. Are you going to change on me? No, you're not. Cool. Going left here and try not to take out any other cars on the route. Be very helpful. Okay, so we're just going to enter. I know we're still on a 30. Now we're going as 50. Good. Didn't even get up to 30 mile an hour before that sign turned to 50, so that was good. Oh, I'll tell you what, when I first played this, and even I still do now, if I'm overtaking anything on the motorway, whether it be a truck, and there's the barrier right there, I don't half panic. So hopefully I will, just thinking how close these but the buses are. So that'll be interesting to see whether I can get that over time. Right, so there we go. 48, that's fine. Carry on at that. Come on. Go to 50 mile an hour. Probably already 60 anyway down here now. So we're heading to London. Depends which side of London we need to go. So we're heading, yeah, we're pulling off here on the A12. Is this a separate lane? Yeah, it's a separate lane. Took me a while to get used to this with the lanes. Just, you know, instead of having to come off as a junction and leaving it to maintaining 2 lanes, to have it split like that, because they're not all like that in this area. Very rare that you actually have a motorway where it reduces the lane numbers. I was always making rookie errors on my driving. Oops, slow down, doing 55. Do not want to get a speeding camera. Speeding camera. Don't want to get a speeding ticket. Go. Because that will eat into my profit. So it's now 9:20. I think the delivery. When's the delivery due? Oh, we've got 14 hours left on the delivery, so we're fine. And just had that little break on the boat, so we won't have a need to stop, thankfully. Although I do only have 200 miles worth of fuel by the looks of things. No, what am I looking at? That's my total miles I've done, you noodle. Should have quite a lot of fuel left in this thing. We ought to do a few thousand, I think, because it's short wheel. Well, it's not short wheelbase. It's a single axle vehicle. Get over to the lane 1, not the slow lane. Lane 1, the same speed as all the others. So we don't want Dover, I'm sure of that, so I think I need to get into the next lane over so I don't get caught. Be very useful not to do that. Okay, so we're going to be going underneath and round. Okay. Now, with it being a 2-lane, I might be able to maintain this speed going round corner, so let's just see how we get on. Let's cut the corner slightly, seeing as there's nothing on the outside, and we're going uphill anyway, so it's going to slow it down. And look at that, no loss of momentum. Perfect. Got our own lane to come out onto, that's even better. Okay, so Cambridge and London, no, so we need to be in the next lane. Oh, it's a beautiful day out there. I'll get up to 55, yeah, I think it's going to be my max speed. Sorry, I have to use the cruise control because if I keep pressing down on the keys, my fingers go a bit funny from years of abuse on gamepads. So please bear with me. Cheating like that. There we go, slow down a bit. Perfect, we're going to have our own lane again. Keep some momentum going. So we're approaching London. See all those tall skyscrapers in the back. Now, I was watching somebody else's stream a while ago, and they were playing with the Pro mod and it was a case of there was so much more detail in the maps. It was unbelievable. Go down to 30. Yeah, we're fine down to 30. And it was a case of areas were looking like they should do with the natural skyline. So it's something that I will have in future, and what we can actually do with that, I think mainly because it will actually open up a lot more of Russia and Italy and those sort of areas, so that'll be good. Alright, okay, so I want to have that map up. I don't want to go past the turning again. Okay, slow down. There we've got the Gherkin just to my left. Ooh, let's slow down. Come on. Right in front of us, that's a nice little iconic building in London. And then we're turning left into here. Yes, I know I'm in the middle of the road. Oops, press the wrong key, doesn't help. And I'm gonna have a fun parking here. I'm sorry, don't think I'm going to be very good at reverse parking, so I'm gonna just pull over to the left. Sorry for chickening out, but I still need to improve a lot on that. Okay, couple and see what we remuneration we get for that job. Oh, the box has gone green. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I didn't get any money for that. Why didn't that register? What have I done? Right, try again. There we go. So 100 miles, 10 hours, 80 litres. That's not too bad. So we've picked up 7,000. Okie dokie. So I think now we can start tapping into the bank for our £400,000 loan. We can have it up to 500,000. We can now go to our garage and upgrade. Yes, upgrade. So we're starting to look like a haulage outfit, with a little bit nicer looking garage in the head office. So I think it's time we can also look at getting our first truck and hire some drivers. Right, so let's see whether we can go to the shops now and buy a couple of trucks. So we've only got, so we could get two basic Scanias, which I think we'll do. Yes, I want to go there. So I like the colour green, and I'm not trading in. I want to purchase it. So oh, actually, okay. I never spotted that before. Because I saved it last time, it's left that truck on there as it was, so I could just continue buying those, but that is 120,000, and I would only get one truck, so I think I'm going to have to yes, I want to move away from customizable, so that drops it down to 114,000. I think we'll maintain the yeah, let's buy that. No, I don't want to drive it, and we're going to go to Manchester. It's on its way, and we can afford a second one. But if I, yeah, should be able to hire people as well. We've got 7,000 pound or euros. We've got a fleet of 3 lovely green Scanias. Okay, so we want to go to our... Hang on, what have I done? That's not my truck. I've clicked I want to drive it, haven't I? I was wondering why I was getting all that graphics. Oh, you numpty. Right, okay, got my truck back, and now I need to hire some drivers. So let's go to our recruitment agency, and I've only found one in Sheffield. That's not very good. And I've only got one driver. That's not even good at all. So we're going to have to go with him, and then we'll sign him to one of our trucks there. Okay, so we've got 5,000, and we've got another driver. Perfect. We'll hire him as well. Again, go there. Okay, so modest fee of £1,500. Yes, that's what I was a bit concerned of, whether I had enough money at that time. Right. Okay, so we've now got a fleet of 3 trucks and 2 new drivers. With let's have a look at our finances to see how we've done. Look at truck managers. So far I've driven 242 miles and I've got a daily profit of 3,000, which only just covers one of the loans. That's interesting to say. I never thought about that actually first time round, because these 2 guys are going to take a while to actually start making a profit, so I need to really rack in some of the pounds. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So we'll leave it there for this episode. On the next one, see whether I go bust in the first week. That's Murphy out.